Hi, folks. It's Tom Garrity here, psychological safety nerd and enthusiast. You can find me at psychsafety.com and you can find out more about psychological safety there as well. This is just a quick video about psychological safety and sickness and sick leave and absence rates and stuff because I don't know if you can tell, but from my voice, but I'm sick right now. I've got a cold off my toddler who is 2, and thus I'm fighting off every disease known to man. And so I spend most of my time ill of some kind. Now, this made me think about the relationship between psychological safety and sickness and sick leave. And one of the interesting things that we find in organizations when we're working with organizations and increasing psychological safety in teams is that in many organizations, in some at least, when psychological safety increases, we actually see a slight increase in the rate of people taking sick leave. Now, what's interesting here is that it's not an increase in people being sick. It's actually an increase in people in the percentage of people who are taking sick leave who are sick. So it's essentially a higher likelihood that if you are sick, you'll actually feel safe to take that sick leave and take some time off work in order to heal, rather than drag yourself into work and sort of be present and show yourself and prove that you're working and you're working hard through your sickness. And which of course is no good to anyone, because A, you're not particularly productive, you're not going to be making good decisions or doing good quality work, and B, you're spreading that disease around everyone else in the office, making everyone else sick and unproductive and poorly, and impacting their families and work and stuff as well. So this is not a good thing. We should not be in the office. We should not be sharing our bugs around the workplace, ideally. And when we are sick, we should feel safe to take the sick leave that we're entitled to have. And I know in different countries and different organizations, this is all different. This gets very complex. But where we are entitled to take some sick leave when we're sick, then we should do so, because it helps us heal quicker, fundamentally be more productive, and happier at work, which is a good thing. So what we see is actually an increase in people taking sick leave, but overall actually a decrease in people being sick, because people aren't spreading the germs around the workplace. And correspondingly an increase in productivity and better outcomes and better performance for the teams and organizations. So even though sick leave rates increase, productivity and performance increases too, which might sound counterintuitive, but that's what we see. That's what we see when we see increased levels of psychological safety in organizations. And I'm off to get a LEMSIP. So if you want to find out more about psychological safety, head over to psychsafety.com, drop me an email at tom@psychsafety.com, and sign up to the newsletter, join some of our meetups, head over to our community, get the action pack, do all that stuff, and let's make the world of work a safer, more inclusive, and higher performing place. Cheers, folks.